So of lately, I've been moving up on my job rapidly, and I've had some people ask me, what's different in your life? They've seen a rapid change. They've seen an acceleration that has never happened before. And they want to know what it is because, of course, when people hear about motivational things, they want to use those things and they want to apply them to their own life and they want to move forward with that. And for me, I'm going to tell you something very simple, something that is not rocket science, but something that has worked for me. And it might be a negative word to you, but it's not a negative word for me. It's a word that allows me to understand what I need to do in order to succeed. And that word is desperation. And you may look at the word desperation and say, hey, I never want to make a decision out of desperation. I want to plan ahead. And desperation doesn't mean that you don't plan ahead. But what I'm saying is that this desperation that I speak of is our fight or flight instincts that we as humans have. You see, years ago, when I was just working and I had no desperation and there was no situation to make me fight or flight, I had a choice at where I wanted to work, how long I wanted to work there, and when I wanted to change jobs. There was no sense of urgency. There was nothing. And people told me about college, but you know what? Not everybody wants to go to college. Not everybody wants to do those things. But I got into a situation, a legal situation that caused me to be desperate. And that desperation caused me to go into a place where I said, no longer can I just lollygag through life, but I have to stand here and fight for my ability to make some money, for my ability to move forward. See, in the past, before desperation or fight or flight, there was no risk I had to take. There was no chances. If I was afraid to take a position, if I felt unqualified, I didn't go for it because I could just go to another job if it felt like it. But as I got into a desperate situation, I realized that I would have to do everything that it took to either fight for my job or to run away. And I decided to fight. You see, you got to be in a situation sometimes that's desperate. You got to get desperate sometimes to make the decision that you're no longer going to bounce from job to job, from church to church, from friend to friend. You got to realize that this is all you got and that if you lose this, you lose everything. And when you get to that moment in that time, when you stop dangling options in front of your face and everybody else's face, you realize that you can get desperate and that success is called whatever it takes. And if you can do whatever it takes, if you can get into the mindset to do whatever it takes, you will succeed. No matter what it takes, I'm going to do it. No matter what they ask me, I'm going to do it. No matter how much sleep I get, I'm going to do it. I will succeed. You got to get desperate because desperation will even overcome fear. And sometimes fear is in your corner and is trying to motivate you to quit. But when you're desperate, you say, fear, I can't hear you. I got to trust. Desperation is when the house is burning down and you're on the third floor and you know good and well that if you jump, you're going to break your legs and you're going to injure yourself bad, but the house is on fire and it's moving close to you. And when you feel that heat to your back, you get desperate and you jump and your body adapts because you figure if I got to take my legs out, I will, but I will survive. I'm desperate. And that's how you succeed. Some people may say, wait a minute, we got to get desperate. I don't want to live life desperate. Not everybody is going to have to go through this, but some of us will get desperate and succeed.